first.
It says 19 minutes ago.
Oh, really? Sorry. I thought I was starting at 8:30 for some reason. See, this is why I need an assistant. My kid's not my assistant. Billy is certainly not my assistant. I don't have an assistant. So sometimes I got too many things going on in my brain, and I don't remember. I thought it was 8:30. Yeah, I said breakfast was at 8:30. Yeah, to Mr. Billy, who I am here with. There he is, the one, the only. Kun Billy. Kun Billy. There we go. Say hello, Mr. Billy. Good morning. We're here at Bourbon Street. And he's having the 4-egg, what is he having? 4-egg American breakfast? Oh, it's just a 4-egg breakfast. And I'm having the huevos rancheros. It looks pretty good, huevos rancheros. So, sorry about coming in late. Okay, what? You didn't even notice the aquarium? Right. Yeah. Dennis, are you here yet? I was like, what do you mean am I streaming? Of course I'm streaming. We can never be mad at you. Please. What they would say here in Thailand is, "Matang pakwan." Don't have to sweet mouth me, man. Are you looking for the sugar? Ooh. Are you putting sugar in there? Yes, we are at Bourbon Street right now. Billy's been fasting. And actually, I've been cutting back. I'm starting to eat healthier again. Slowly but surely, I'm getting back into it. And after today, I'm going back on my salad and soup and no beers for a while. Almonds, cashews. Yes, fasting mimicking diet. So, I've gained about 7 pounds. I need to lose that and lose more. I need to refocus and get back to my goal, which was to get down to 80 kilos or 75 kilos. Which I don't know if that'll ever happen, but hopefully I can just keep going down for a ways. I'd like to be to my 1980 weight. Well, I feel better already, to be honest, because I've cut back a bit. Cut back quite a bit. I'm not eating anything. I'm not having any sweets or any cakes or any of that kind of stuff now. What? Cowboys and Saints? I don't know. I don't know. I haven't watched a football game in a long time. Dennis, are you here? Did you make it? Oh, really? Wow. Huh. Shit. It's a lot. All right. What's happening, Dennis? Place is there's not that many people here. We just wanted to have a nice breakfast. We could have had one at the coffee club. They're good also, but sometimes it's good to change things up. Yeah. Yes, it is. Up above is the hotel. Rooms are supposed to be decent, huh?
more of like a
Boutique.
like a condo rental thing.
Oh, is it?
I'm not sure. Maybe it could be short time. I don't really,
Is that a Mini? Right behind you, the red Mini. That was pretty wild. I have never been in a Mini now. Yeah. You know, in a small town, in a small area, like a village area, I wouldn't mind having one. But in Bangkok, I don't know, man. I'd rather have a big truck. No, to like throw my weight around, you know. Yeah, no, I know, but they're just so small that you can get run over by a truck pretty easily, you know. Yeah, there's also a bar right behind us. But there'll be no drinking at 8:25 in the morning. Especially because I drank 3 beers last night. Which, you know, I don't usually drink beers, and then I just drank one and I went, oh, this is so good. I gotta drink another one. I gotta try these out. Huh? I slept okay, but I woke up at 1:30 in the morning. I'd been asleep for 3.5 hours, and then I woke up, stayed up for about a half an hour. Boom, I was out. Woke up at 4:30. Forced myself to wake up, and then what did I do? I walked outside to catch a motorbike or a Songtao. No Songtaos were running. Motorcycle driver drives by. Hey, take me to the pier. He took me to the pier. Was the first person at the boat pier. By the time I got on a boat, the boat was full. I had no place to sit. There was some seats, but people were, you know, they were like crowding. There's supposed to be 3 people, but there was 2, and you know, they got one cheek over in your area. So I was like, I'd rather stand. And I don't particularly mind standing up as long as I'm not scrunched. And by the time I got to Tonglor, the boat was full, completely full, and it was kind of packed. But I'm glad I went when I did, because much easier to get around. Then I walked from the boat station over to across the street on Petchbury Road and took a bus. I didn't take a Grab today. I didn't take a taxi all the way. I don't know why. I just thought I'm gonna go the cheap route. Gotta cut back. And took a, and it's faster, yeah. And I took the bus down Petchbury, went up Ekamai, and dropped me off a block away from the coffee club. I was at the coffee club at 6:30 in the morning. It took me about an hour to get here, which is really good. If I had left at like 9 o'clock, it would have taken me like an hour and a half to 2 hours. So now we're just waiting for the grub. And he hasn't eaten in how many days? 3 days. He hasn't eaten anything but coffee and what? Coffee, tea, and water. So somehow I don't think you're gonna gorge, because I know from when I fasted, I didn't gorge. You finish your plate, you eat it, and you'll feel good, and then you'll be like, hey, I don't want to eat a whole lot anymore. Hey, good morning. Good morning, good morning. I pretty much got my trip laid out for Vietnam, and another trip for Chiang Mai after that. Hopefully all will go well and I'll be able to do those. And then after that, next year, we got the Africa trip. I did speak to my buddy again. He's game to go on whenever, so I think in between Chiang Mai, which I want to go there to a kayak school. What, for the elephant shit coffee?
Yeah, just go and check out the coffee.
Oh, yeah, that's a good idea. Yeah. I want to have some elephant shit coffee though. I've already had the civet coffee.
You know, one day they're gonna come up with a green shit.
I don't want a human shit coffee, no. Ah, look at this. Ah, there we go. Looks good to me. Bacon. Anytime you get good bacon, it's awesome. Thank you. I don't know, what do you think? I think it looks pretty good to me. It's chow time. Presentation is everything. There's the beans and cheese underneath it. Looks good. Oh yeah. Yummy. Yep. You got the tortilla underneath that. Let's take a look at this. I don't want to drip it everywhere. TKO Sam, what do you say? What do you know? What do you say? Sammy, we don't need to know about your sexual proclivities. Although I know you like to talk about them. Oh, this is good. And it's vegetarian. Oh, really? I didn't know that. Are you still in Japan, or what's the deal? Are you still there? Are you in America, or what's happening? Thank you, thank you. Well, I should be here. You got banned off of Twitch? Are you serious? Why did they ban you? Huh? Oh, maybe, yeah. Did you like do something like get naked on Twitch or something? Why on earth did they ban you? Twitch almost never bans anybody, do they? Huh? Oh, mostly women. I'll take some of that salt and pepper. A little bit. It's just really good though. Yeah, there's pepper. Peppercorn grinder. Oh man. I love me some good Mexican food. Especially for breakfast. So Mr. Billy is going back home in about what? 6 weeks? About 6 weeks. About homophobia and how it's wrong, but I mentioned, oh, wow. Wow. So there's no way to get back in there? But you got a pretty good YouTube following.
Why did you get banned?
He was talking about homophobia.
What's wrong with that?
I guess he used a derogatory, what is termed a derogatory word.
Was he bashing him?
No, not at all.
So someone complaining
Yeah.
and they're being censored.
Wow, you're indefinitely banned. So has that affected you? I assume it has, but you got YouTube. Head over to TKO Sam's YouTube channel for a little, wow, they didn't even review this footage. That's not cool. So, but are you still in Japan, or are you in America now? tell the people where you are. Give your channel a big shout out. Yeah, no. I know you did. For those who don't know, TKO Sam. TKO Sam is the one who turned me on to live streaming, pretty much. Oh man, this is so good. I'm in heaven after not really eating anything good yesterday. You know.
Maybe their Mexican Tuesday evening, Tuesday all you can eat for like 360 baht. That's cheap for all you can eat.
It's in the morning or is it at night? It's at night, isn't it? It's some like 6 o'clock, 5 o'clock to 8 or something.
Look at the menu, I'll tell you.
Yeah, I think it's 5 to 8.
That's what's pretty scary.
Yeah.
It's working in one base for me unless I start eating.
Yeah.
Because I can't eat that much. Yeah, but it's still cheap though, 300 some baht. It's still
Yeah, I'm
worth
going
it.
vegetarian like 5 days a week, 6 days a week. For my health. So are you heading to Pattaya or what?
Thinking about it. Might as well just take the water boil off.
You're gonna go see the soy dog?
What dog?
Yeah. Well, I don't know where he is now. He's probably not awake yet.
I'm not going to the
Uh-huh. That's what everybody says that goes to Pattaya. And they end up coming back with no money, hickeys all over their neck, 3 like chicks with tattoos and gold chains, no teeth. I guess nobody wants to watch me eat, huh? It's really good. You have to come here. And they're not they're not, you know, they're not like giving me a free meal or anything like that. Oh, I wish they were, but they're not. You know, I really can't talk much right now because it looks so, it tastes so good. What's on the agenda? I am trying to go to Vietnam late December, but more than likely first week of January. Hanoi to Ho Chi Minh and Phnom Penh. Then to Chiang Mai. And then from there to, still formulating it, but maybe I'll take a train from Bangkok to Malaysia, hang out in Malaysia for a couple of days, go to the beaches there, show the beaches, because I've never really done that. I've only passed through Malaysia, spent a day there. And then to Singapore, take a ferry over to Indonesia, and then from there, go down to Bali, and then we'll see after that. This is really good, man. Look at that cheesy goodness. Very, very good. Sunday, I was thinking about going to the, what's the name of that building? Mahana Kon building, but I don't think I'm going to go on Sunday. So what are we talking about today, Billy? Got any ideas? What's the deal with the chick who got ran over? I didn't even hear about that. Chick who got run over by a motorbike?
16 years old.
16. And how bad is she?
Not real bad, but they took her to the hospital and checked out.
So what'd they do to the guy driving the motorbike?
I got fined.
How much?
Now they're doubling the fine if the motorcycle.
How much is the fine?
I think it's like total like go up to like 5,000.
That's it?
Well, it isn't even more than
That's good, man. You're still hungry.
that. Almost got hit twice the other day, so it's because they're driving by and don't even walk the horn. Like,
When they're on the sidewalk?
you can't hear them coming, so I'm like just walking
Yeah.
leisurely. And if I would have took like 6 inches to the left, he would have hit my leg and ran over me.
Yeah, I've had that happen
'Cause they don't
quite a
honk-
few times.
They don't honk the horn, and they don't let you know they're coming when they're coming from behind.
Yeah, he did those. What was the guy that he did? What was the group of guys? Raka Raka. He did the Raka Raka thing. I don't know about you, but I'm still hungry.
I don't like the fact that the police captains like, we don't have enough people to enforce it. Maybe you don't, but
What about
the problem
installing
is-
cameras?
No, the problem is they probably don't, but the people they do have, they don't enforce it enough as it is, so that's the biggest problem.
Yeah.
But
I think if they started putting more cameras up, and they started making the fines a lot steeper,
they have enough cameras, you see it.
well, you know.
But I have seen them in the last few weeks on Superbit.
Hmm.
They've been out on the sidewalks in their little area where they can stop you, looks like
Yeah,
they're fighting.
that's good. They do. I mean, yeah, they drive on motorcycle. They drive on sidewalks everywhere. But
At least honk the horn when you're coming from behind a person.
yeah.
I mean, hell, I could have been.
Well, you know what it is they don't want to scare the hell out of somebody and give them a heart attack. You got to do it when you're far away from them.
Scared the hell out of me when they're passing by me from behind. They're going like 20 miles an hour on the sidewalk.
No, but when
That
they're
scares
when
me.
they're like 25 feet, 50 feet away, they need to give a nice long beep.
'Cause they're
So
passing
that,
by like,
you know.
I'm like, I didn't even hear them coming.
Yeah.
If I would just be like that, boom, I would have been in the hospital with jacked up leg.
And they're gonna blame it on you.
Oh, they would have left probably. They would
Yeah,
have
yeah.
tried to kill him.
Yeah, yeah.
Pissed.
Anytime they get too close, I always think about I'm gonna clothesline them, stick my arm
Hitting a
out.
big crowd is one thing. Hitting a 16-year-old girl walking down the
Yeah,
street
that's
is
not
another.
cool. You getting anything else? No?
Not right now.
I'm thinking about getting some toast or something. I mean, that. Although that was, you think that was a big meal?
If you really want to start that new cycle, you just got to say no. You just wait till the next
I understand that, but I didn't say I was starting a cycle today. In fact, the reason that I didn't start it, is because I knew I was going to come here and eat this, and this is not the kind of food I would eat.
That's not unhealthy.
Got the cheese and the beans. The beans are good for protein. The cheese is high in fat. You need some fat though. And then the fried tortilla. So altogether, it's a bit fattening, but
Is it a corn tortilla?
I don't think so. No.
Yeah. That's it on the menu. Oh, look, menu.
That didn't take us very long, did it? We polished that off.
Yeah, I really miss those. Like, some good homemade biscuits.
Oh, they have biscuits here?
I'm sure you told them that they make it. Butter and some strawberry jam or grape. And then put either sausage or bacon in it.
I just like biscuits and gravy. With like a gravy has some like chopped up sausage.
I'm sure you talked to the guy that,
The owner?
yeah, he'll do like the cream of beef on the
Right,
toast,
right.
He'll make some biscuits.
I don't really want them that bad, but
Yeah, you do.
I don't.
I don't mean today, but you do.
No, I don't. Oh, I mean, you know, they have them, they have them. They don't, they don't.
That would be perfect on biscuits.
home fried potatoes, hash brown potatoes, country sausage.
Yeah, I got the 4 egg special burgers from that.
4 egg special. You had the Bourbon Street,
Yeah.
so 230 baht for that. Mine was the huevos rancheros, and it was a flour tortilla layered with refried beans, cheddar, and jack cheese, 2 fried eggs, and topped with salsa. Yeah, the eggs are a little bit, you know, yeah, good for protein, but high in fat. And that was 180 baht.
I wanted to chicken fried steak, but I got paid 450 for that.
Fried mozzarella sticks. No.
That means they're using a good cut of beef or meat for the fried steak if it's 450. I don't think here they're using something really, really cheap.
I don't really feel like having something big if I'm gonna have anything.
Well, they have a Mexican menu too. Keep going, you'll see the Mexican.
No, I saw it. I see it. It's right here. Yeah, tacos, enchilada and taco, chili con carne,
The last page is the specials for every day.
quesadilla. They have a chorizo quesadilla. Oof, that sounds good. Everyday special. All you can eat beans and rice, red beans and rice with salad and garlic bread, 200 baht. Tuesday is all you can eat Mexican buffet, 325. Wednesday is the barbecued ribs. Buy barbecued pork ribs and get 1 free buffalo pork ribs, 370. Thursday is buy one get 50% off second serving barbecued oysters or oysters blend BNVL. Friday is buy a large pizza, 380 baht or up, and get a free link of Italian cheese sausage. Saturday and Sunday, children under 12 eat for free. Child with 1 adult and order main 1 course, 350 and not up will get a free portion for child as follows: hot dogs, popcorn, shrimp, spaghetti, chicken nuggets, fried mozzarella cheese sticks, taco, fish and chips. No take home.
I bet the red beans are twice as good.
So Tuesday sounds like the big one. Wednesday sounds pretty good. Friday's okay, but
Why do you like Wednesday? Because you like those ribs.
huh?
You really like those ribs on Wednesday.
Oh, those ribs were so good. The ribs that they have here are very, very good, very tasty. Oh, it is. It's cheaper because it's, you know, the thing is there are areas that you're going to pay more because they're high-end tourist places, but the majority of Pattaya is not a high-end tourist destination. So the prices are going to be a little bit cheaper than here, but I mean, you know, if you know Bangkok, man, you can get stuff for just as cheap as there, just as cheap as Chiang Mai, you know, or very close to the prices there. So you getting anything? I mean, it's 8:45. If I eat something else, I won't have any lunch. And I'll have a salad for dinner. Pancakes, 2 of Mom's homemade fluffy cakes. Yeah, I know. It's the idea. Dad's Country Club breakfast sandwich. 1 egg covered with melted jack and cheddar cheese, andouille sausage on toasted wheat bread. Ooh, that sounds good. An egg covered with melted jack and cheddar cheese plus sausage on toasted wheat bread. So it's basically a sausage, cheese, and egg sandwich. Yeah. Talk to me, baby. Talk to me. Nobody wants to talk. They're just waiting to see what we eat. Hash brown potatoes, 60 baht. Fruit plate, 80 baht. Kind of defeats the purpose. Here's the other breakfast. What are you getting? You getting that sandwich? Oh, you bastard.
Yeah, they had a hot popcorn.
Which one you getting? You getting the sandwich that I told you? Oh, you getting nachos. Where's the nachos at? I don't even see them. In the Mexican part? Veloso Grupo. Huh? You're watching your calories?
No, I'm not even watching.
Yeah, I know. Let's see here.
I'm not watching my calories a day. But I probably can't go crazy either because stomach just it's already full.
Yeah.
What's the score? 3-0?
No idea. Nor do I care.
No.
I'm starting to fill up now. It's Cowboys 3, Saints 0. You got nachos. Where are the
I was
nachos?
gonna either get the nachos or popcorn.
Where's the nachos?
Appetizers.
Oh, appetizers.
It was either this or this. So I'll pick the nachos.
Should we share the nachos? What's the shrimp that you wanted to get?
It was
This
either
one?
that or popcorn.
Popcorn shrimp.
You don't have it.
Huh? No, I'm thinking about getting a Cajun popcorn shrimp, and then we share both of them.
Okay.
All right. One cup. ขอไม้ละ23 Cajun popcorn shrimp ครับ
Yeah, start drinking some of this. Frank's red hot sauce is good. I like that.
Frank's hot sauce. I don't know. I've never eaten it. Frank's Red Hot Original Hot Sauce.
It's good, Brian.
I think this stream is a bust. Nobody wants to see us eating. And we don't really have any subject matter to talk about. That's my fault. No, it's because I drank 3 beers last night. I was going to prep last night and, get a couple ideas. Then I drank 3 of the craft beers and was like, I'll wing it. Hey, if you I don't know, what we're going to do on Sunday for the fights, but, the big fight's coming up. I kind of want to see the Wilder.
Starts at 9.
Yeah, I'd like to see the Wilder Fury. Winter in Thailand. There is no such thing as winter in Thailand.
It starts at 9. Does that mean any pre-fights or just the championship fight?
Probably it's going to be the pre-fights. My plans for today. What's the current cost of booze and beer here?
It's already
Well,
been at the freezing temperature on going hit the people now.
how much is a 6-pack of like Singha or
I have no idea.
Leo?
I've never bought a 6-pack beer.
Well, I don't drink a whole lot of booze, but I did have the craft beers yesterday, and 2 of the beers they're Thai craft beers. 2 of them were 209 baht, and the other one, the Phuket Lager, which actually I like the best out of all 3 of them, was 89 baht. That's just buying 1 beer.
You go to 7-Eleven and get one of those Leos like that big.
Yeah.
It's cheap.
Yeah, they're cheap.
It's really cheap.
Yeah, but not everybody wants to drink Leo or Singha. Personally, I don't like that beer.
I think they're all pretty good prices at the convenience store. Like if you go to a bar, you're gonna pay.
But booze is expensive here. If you want to buy a bottle of tequila, it's expensive. Yeah, there's a lot of craft beers here.
If you go to like a local bar, the beer costs more than those back in the States.
Really?
Here.
How much does it cost? What is it? 200,
It costs anywhere like
220?
$5 here
Well,
to like $7-6.
yeah, so around 200 baht. 150 to 200 baht for a beer. But you can go during happy hour and get it cheaper. In some places.
Yeah, I'm just talking about if you go to a regular bar.
Well, it depends. It depends if you go to a high-end bar, Go to some Spazo or Rivas or a place like that, and it's going to cost you more. Well, I haven't been there in many, many years. Cheaper than in the U.S. in most cases, but there are instances where the booze is as expensive or more expensive than in the U.S.
Especially the craft beers.
Well, I mean, you know, like, listen, 209 baht. One of the things was that, like, the one craft beer that I drank was the Broken Sword Red Ale. It was 200, I think it was 209. So that works out to about almost $7 for one beer. And it was very good, but $7, you know, you can down a 6-pack, you know, in an evening fairly easily. Yeah, that's 40. That's, you know, $42.
You can't even drink 6 beers.
I mean, you know, yeah, I drank 3 yesterday, and that was the most. I mean, I haven't drank a beer in years, but I have been, for some reason, I had the urge for a beer yesterday, and yeah, I drank one, and I was like, well, let me try another one, because it went down so smooth. That first one was like, it went down in like 4 minutes. I mean, I drank out of the bottle, and I was like, oh man, this is good. Then I poured it into a glass. And the next thing I know, I was like, man, this thing's gone. What's the deal? I want another one. She didn't have any. She wasn't home. Then she came home, and I'd already downed 3 of them. And I was on my 4th one. I was getting ready to drink a 4th one. We started talking, and I never did get to the 4th one. Oh, touchdown Cowboys? Oh, that's right. I forgot.
I don't know if they're winning. I expect them to keep going out.
You're a Texan.
New Orleans is awesome this year. The best team in the league so far.
Who?
New Orleans.
Oh, really?
They
I
can have
can't
one
stand
loss.
beer. Well, I'm not a big beer drinker, but once in a while when it's hot, I get that urge for an icy cold beer.
There's so many different beers now that if you tried enough different ones, you're down to find one you like.
Oh, I mean, I liked all the ones I had yesterday.
Unless you just absolutely hate beer.
But the Indian beer was my least favorite. It's a Thai beer, but they call it a Indian pale. I think it's pale lager. But I have a Pilsner, and I'm anxious to try that. But I'm not going to try it for another couple of weeks, especially if I'm on the fast.
I went through stages where like I drink nothing but light beer, but then like I couldn't stand light beer. I had to drink dark beer.
I like dark beer.
So,
Yeah, I do. People get sick of seeing me. They want to see somebody new. They want to see somebody new and exciting. Yes, an India Pale New. Huh? Why not?
can't stand to see myself.
Well, now you know how I feel. It's exactly how I feel.
When I was reading it, Johnny Depp has never seen like his movies.
I don't blame him.
Like he can't even stand to see himself like a
Yeah, I don't blame him. I can't stand to see myself. I've never liked to see myself on film. And I've been in a how many documentaries? Two documentaries and 1 film. And I didn't like myself in any of them. I didn't want to see myself. I don't want to see myself. I don't give a shit. You know what I mean? Like, it's never been something that I'm, and you know, even on YouTube, I'd prefer never to be shown.
I saw that new movie with Fantastic Beasts.
Uh-huh.
I didn't see the first one.
Is it any good?
Pretty cool special effects.
Yeah, well, listen, I guess Johnny Depp has a lot of problems right now between the chick. Hey, there's a topic right there. Remember the chick that he was with in the movie Rum Diaries? That blonde, Amber Heard. That's her name, Amber Heard. That's the one I think. He married her, and you know she's gorgeous. I mean, drop dead, and you know, beautiful girl. However, from I forget what Joe Rogan's pal apparently is good friends with him, and I forget what is it, Doug Stanhope maybe it is, and he wrote an article in I think Rolling Stone saying how the chick was, you know, she was totally manipulative and she knew he caved to her, you know, he was a chowderhead, you know.
I think she started saying like once they got separated and divorced that he beat her.
Right.
So many women are saying that to say that. I don't know if it's true.
Yeah, well, you know, I will say this. I don't know if he did or didn't. I kind of think he didn't. But what I will say is credit to her for coming out right away. Because these women who come out 20, 30, 40 years after the fact, and then they claim, oh, he beat me. I
Say that he beat her because usually
No.
when you beat women,
It's a constant thing.
it's like you always do that with all your women. So
Right.
it's not just going to be just one woman that you beat.
But what was the one? Somebody just came out. There was a girl who just came out, and I forget the guy's name. Lee, what was it? Levy or something? Levy. Supposedly, the girl had come to his, I don't know if his hotel or his house or whatever. They had a meeting, and she turned around. Boom! He had his pecker out, and he said, "You see," he said something like, "Do you see how hard you make me?" And then she said, he forced me to engage in oral sex. Now, I don't know, but how do you force a girl to engage in oral sex? If she doesn't want to,
So
she came over. He was talking about putting her in a movie, and he said something like, if you're my girlfriend, if you be my girlfriend, I'll put you in any movie you want, or something like that. Well, he wasn't naked when she came over, apparently. When she turned around, why did she turn her back on him? How many times does that happen? I mean, I guess, okay, it can happen, of course. She turned around, she's getting some glass of water, he's getting a glass of water, whatever. She's sitting, not looking at him. She turns around, boom, he's got his wang hanging out. Well, you would think she would leave. But apparently he forced her to engage in oral sex, and now she's going after him for sexual harassment. Now, the guy's been accused of...
The woman only has to say one thing. You put it in my mouth, I'm biting it off. Yeah.
I mean, you see,
It's over.
you want to be in a movie? Get on your knees. Yeah, I mean, that is kind of the industry norm. That's the way it goes. Here comes food. Mo food, mo food, mo food. Look at that. Nachos. Popcorn shrimp. How much are the nachos? About 170? 150, something like that. Look at that. They look pretty good to me. What do you think? Yeah. It's pretty good. The shrimp is good. I do feel, that my stomach is shrunk a little bit because I start to eat. Like now, this is my first one. Look at that. There we go. Ooh, it's got guac. There's the guac. Look at that. Nachos are good.
This is good on this.
So far,
Yeah, but Hollywood might be the word for that.
everything that I've eaten here has been very, very good. So props to Bourbon Street for making good food.
We don't know how good it is authentic bourbon because we're not from there. So.
Right.
Can't vouch for that, but it's good. I like it.
Well, I don't do that, but right now I am. I figure I need to get myself as healthy as possible so I can make it through another year and I can travel and feel safe. I don't want to be the guy who dies in the airport or something like that. A 56-year-old American keeled over and died in Bangkok Sukhumvit Suvarnabhumi Airport. I don't want that to be me.
Usually if you hit that in the airport, you jumped off the fourth floor.
Dropped 30 pounds in 2.5 months. Good for you.
Who's that?
Oregon Lone Wolf.
How do you do it?
I don't know how'd you do it. Hey, stop hogging all the avocado, man. He's
You're gonna get more meat.
he's hogging all the guac, man.
I'll put it on here and then that's it. You can have the rest. See?
Mm-hmm.
I'll put that. And this. Throw shrimp on there too.
Oh man, those nachos are a bomb. Keto diet. Well, no sugars. Huge. That's huge. My mantra. And I never used to think this way because I used to just think I'm going to train my ass off and eat healthy. I didn't think eat clean or anything, but I knew, you know, fried food was not healthy. But my mantra lately has been no sugar, no salt, no fried food, and very little oil. Olive oil only, a little bit. Salad, no dressing. That's tasty though. Oh yeah. I'm gonna steal the guacamole from him. He polished off his nachos already.
First, you want to get back to Texas? You want to do drive-through and what else is Cafe and Fort Worth? Beef, fajitas, rice and the beans. Guacamole.
Rose's drive-through.
Rosie?
Rosie?
It's a Mexican restaurant, right?
Yeah.
I go to the drive-through. I just take it back. My brother only lives like 2 miles from the restaurant.
Rosie's Mexican restaurant. Wait.
The fajitas are awesome.
So, future plans. Yeah.
It's cheaper than Thailand.
Huh?
Yeah, it's cheaper than Thailand.
You don't know when you're coming back, right? Yeah, I know. I know that you know, I don't like eating too much fruit. I'll take the vegetables. It's not really all that delicious, but
Yeah, the rest
but
well, look how quick it is.
you feel really good. You said you didn't want it.
You know it's not bad with the hot sauce either.
Yeah.
When I do come back, I'm gonna stay.
So you don't know when you're coming back?
I'm saying no later than November, December. But I'm gonna stay at least 17 months to 2 years next time.
You know, lemon water. It's all right. I like straight up water.
I'm gonna come back on TV, and then once done, I'm going straight into the flood visa. So that'll put me over a year and a half.
Oh, you are?
Yeah. So that'll put me over a year and a half easily next time I come back. And I'll go back home one more time, and when I come back, that's it.
Yeah, you know, I got a message the other day from a guy, 37 years old. He's got 20 G's. You're welcome. He's got 20 G's. He's been to India. Never been to Thailand. Huh? Yeah, it's good. I'll finish him off, but he's never been to Thailand, so he's asking about what he can do here. 37. And, you know, 20 G's isn't going to last very long. You know.
The last year,
Oh, it could easily last him a year. Honestly, it could last him 2 years if he was smart about it. But then what? At 37, that brings you to 39. Then what are you going to do?
first time,
No, that's what I mean. Yeah, exactly. He's new, so you tend to spend more money in the beginning while you learn the ropes.
body feels weird.
Your body feels weird. Well, it's what happens when you don't.
Tastes like more things, more food.
Yeah. Even I feel that way now after yesterday. So Dennis, how you doing? We're here at Bourbon Street. Tired. Yeah, I can relate to being tired. Waking up at 4:30. Waking up at 4:30 to have breakfast with Billy. I could have woke up at 5:30, got there by 6, and I probably would have still been here by 7:15. 7:30 maybe. Really? Anybody have any questions for the temporary expat here? The guy who goes back and forth between countries?
Get it.
Who gets up at 6 a.m.? Oh, I get up at between 4 and 5:30 every day without an alarm. Every single day. Doesn't matter what time I go to sleep either.
I feel a lot better than earlier.
Yeah, me too.
Earlier, I don't feel sluggish.
If I get up earlier, then I go to sleep earlier. Although, you know, in the past I used to wake up at 5 o'clock and I used to go to bed at 12 or 1 o'clock, but now that I've hit the old man stage.
Have you ever had a job that let you sleep later than
Where's a cheap place to stay for a 2-month stay in Bangkok? That's your question. Where's a place to stay for 2 months that's cheap?
you're looking online and asking anybody?
What's cheap to you? That's the first question.
The cheapest is a hostel.
Yeah. Cheapest is a really cheap guest house, like, you know, on Khao San Road. That, you know, that place where we ate, that Burmese place?
You don't need a private room and a private bathroom.
Yeah, that place was 200 baht. 200 baht a day or something like that. 150 to 200 baht a day. I mean, you know, if you don't know where to go and you don't know the language and everything, it's a little bit harder to find out. But if you look online, you might be able to find something.
Just look online and any of those like booking.com or Airbnb or those are the cheapest places. It's better than asking somebody because that way you can see everything.
Yeah, and not only that, there's a lot of places here. If it's an actual apartment, they're going to charge you. They're going to want to charge you, or they're going to want you to sign a 6-month lease or a 1-year lease. There's a lot of places that want that. An actual apartment. You're better off just getting like a guest house or something. Getting a room in a guest house. He's enthralled with the Cowboys, which
I haven't seen him this year.
cowboy cheerleaders are no longer a hot thing anymore.
This is the first game I've actually caught him.
Oh, really? Yeah. I don't really watch football anymore.
Cheerleaders are weird.
So apparently we're coming on Sunday morning, and yeah, unless I can find a way that we can watch it at my house.
I'm not partying with the cowboy cheerleader because my friend's
Oh, you did?
wife, her sister was a cowboy cheerleader. We all went out together. She wasn't a date, but we were still in a group.
Yeah, yeah.
She was like a true brown.
Really?
Yeah, she was the
All right, Oregons,
good cheerleader.
take it easy. Well, I mean, it phases me. In no way does it faze me that the chick's a cowboy cheerleader. I just have never been into the whole cheerleader thing. They're just a chick.
Oh, she's a cowboy cheerleader.
They're just a chick. You know, if she's a biochemist or something like that, now I'd be impressed.
No, they,
You know.
they all have jobs. 'Cause
Yeah, no, I know.
they
It
don't pay
doesn't.
you enough to get it.
Right, right.
The only thing they get out of it is opportunities. They don't pay you.
Well,
They don't
it's
get very much money.
it's kind of like YouTube. It's a marketing opportunity. You know, or Instagram or something like that. It's,
There's a lot of cheerleaders like sue the league and sue their teams a while back 'cause they can get the shit.
well, they know going in they ain't getting shit. So, you know,
Yeah, but even for the time that they have to do stuff, they're not getting it.
yeah. Well, welcome to the real world. I think if everybody made what they thought they should make, prices would be a lot higher in every
And you're talking about $1 billion business.
aspect of the. Well,
They can give a little more.
I mean, look at the concussion problem. You know, and look at how the NFL is handling that. You know what I mean? They could do a lot more for these people. Yeah, I know. That's what I mean. You know, well, there's no problem. There's no problem. I can tell you, just playing as a kid, I can tell you that there were times when I had my bell rung, or in boxing, I had my bell rung, and I wasn't right for like 3 days. I knew something happened. And these guys are pro athletes. They're playing for many, many years, getting beat up.
Back then, when we were growing up, there was no penalty for helmets and helmets.
Yeah. There was none of that. You can't spear. You can't do any of that kind of stuff. It was just like,
Any hits to the head, any body part, everything.
all right, you take it easy there, Mr. 10 Man.
The only player protected back then was the quarterback.
Yeah. I have completely lost touch with football, American football. I mean, you know, when I was growing up, it was the Miami Dolphins, and the Dolphins were undefeated, and they played the Kansas City Chiefs. And, you know, it was Roger Staubach, Bob Greasy, Fran Tarkington, those kind of guys, Dan Marino. Once Marino was done, football was over for me. That was when my football days kind of ended. I just don't get into it that much. I went to school with a bunch of guys who played for the University of Miami Hurricanes.
Considering they played with Dan Marino, I don't know if it was Marcus Dipper or whoever it was, the receiver. They did like they were just going down it, like the stuff they caught. And the lineman just everybody's off, and the receiver just took off and threw a touchdown.
Yeah, I think I
Took
remember
down the
that.
whole defense. That was pretty cool.
Yeah.
That was when Marino comes out.
Someday I might, someday.
So there's only a handful of people here. What are you doing? You watching in the mirror? Oh.
They went for it on fourth and down, stopped them. That's crazy. Why didn't they take the 3 points instead of? Yeah, this is most football I've seen all year. You can't get up and go to the bars. I tried to watch one Texas game. The bars didn't open.
Didn't you watch didn't University of Texas or
Remember
something?
when I went that morning, the bar wasn't open.
Oh, that's
They said
right.
they were going to be open at 7, and I waited till 8. It's okay.
Well, they better not be closed when we go Sunday.
I don't think so.
So, any thoughts on the boxing, the heavyweight title fight coming up? Fury and Wilder.
Wilder's gonna knock him out.
I don't really know how I feel about it. I need to really sit and analyze the fight a bit, but I do know, and I've said it before, but you know, when I was in Beijing for the Olympics, I dealt with the United States Amateur Boxing Association, and I got an interview with Deontay Wilder, and I got an hour with him. It was in the gym.
Was he already heavyweight, or was he just an amateur?
He was an amateur. He was an amateur. He was fighting in the Olympics. He got a bronze medal in the Olympics. He lost to some really experienced amateur fighter. But, you know, the thing is that the guys in the U.S. team, they you know, the amateurs is much different than the pros. In pros, you're trying to knock the guy out. You're trying to end the fight. You're trying to hurt him, with, you know, or set up something that's going to hurt him with every punch. Where Olympic boxing is more like tag. 3 rounds, yeah. And, you know, you got the head guard on, and, you know, you only score with the very, very front part of your gloves. And, you know, I think there's 5 judges or 3 judges. It's just ridiculous, you know. 5 judges, I think, in Olympics. And they throw out the high and the low, and then they use the aggregate, and they divide it up by the 3 or something like that. Anyway, he was very good, but he was a little bit inexperienced. Now he's got 40 pro fights, and he was a nice guy, extremely nice guy, very nice to me. You know, I mean, he and I couldn't be more different. And, you know, I'm sitting in there, and it was like the head of the boxing, USA Boxing, the lady who dealt with everything. Her name was Julie. She just goes, okay, you know, you got the interview at this time. I said, okay, cool. I go into the gym. It's just me, her, and him. And then she goes, you want to take some photos or something? Yeah, let me take some photos. So I took some photos of him and of her also. And then she just basically left. I sat there with him and shot the shit, you know. It's just, he's won 39 out of 40 by knockout. Yeah. So obviously he can bang. But let me tell you something. That Tyson Fury is a big dude. They're both big. Right, somebody's getting knocked out. No, for me, I don't see it going past 5. I don't see it going past 5 rounds. They may not knock each other out with one shot, but they may hurt each other enough to where after a couple of rounds, that's it. The one big shot lands, and then that's it. It's over. Or the ref stops the fight or something like that. Yeah. So the good thing is if we go to this place, Sportsman Pub, they have all these screens there. So there'll be the UFC fight, which is Junior Dos Santos and this, what's his name? Tuivasa. He's a banger. He's like, you know, this, I think he's from New Zealand or Australia. And they both, you know, they both can bang. And both of them are saying, I don't know if he's a favorite or not. But he's, you know, he's like almost like a Mark Hunt type. The kind, you know, he's a bit fat, or he looks a bit fat, but he can punch. And just being a little bit fat doesn't mean you can't bang. It doesn't mean you're not quick. What it means is, usually it means in the long run, in a long fight, you'll get worn down, whereas another guy who's leaner probably won't.
Is he leaner or is he muscular?
No, he's kind of chubby. He's chubby. But so is Mark Hunt. But they're the kind of guys who, you know, they hit you with one punch and that's it. Oh, it was horrible. It was horrible. I mean, well, Dana White's going to say what Dana White's going to say. You know, I mean, he's got to promote, you know, protect his interest in the UFC. But it shouldn't have. Because he had, you know, first of all, I think he's 48. He hasn't fought in 8 years. Okay, he shouldn't have fought. Second of all, he just wanted to see if he could. He says he didn't, but who knows? But see, Ortiz fought Chael Sonnen a couple years ago and beat him. And listen, say what you will about Ortiz, he's had a lot of injuries. He's been, he's had some surgeries, and I think it's been a long time since he's been healthy. And this is the thing with fighting is you go into fights hurt quite often, and like Liddell was Liddell looked to be fairly fit, but being fit at say 50 and being fit at whatever Ortiz is, which I think was 40. Oh, I think it was over in like 3 minutes or something, 4 minutes. But what it was is that Liddell was trying to move around, and he just looked real kind of stiff-legged. It looked like he couldn't really move real well, and then Tito caught him with a shot, and it kind of rocked him a little bit, got him off balance, and then he just went in and hit him with one shot. Boom, Liddell went down, and he just started beating on him. I mean, it was like he didn't even really break a sweat. It was nothing. Which, if you look at the fights before when Liddell wasn't old, old in the ring or old in years, he was much more competitive, and he smashed Tito. This time he got smashed, but I think he's supposed to make quite a bit of money. And the thing is that prize fighters fight for money. They don't fight because they give a shit what Dana White says. And Dana White says he's Liddell's friend and all this other kind of stuff, but Liddell stands to make more money than he ever made in the UFC. So what does that say? The same with Ortiz.
It's kind of like these old football players, like we came up in the days where we didn't make anything, we think we deserve a little, maybe through compensation, through better insurance and stuff like that, better, retirement.
Yeah.
Because, we went through all the hard times, and now we're reaping all the benefits.
Yeah. Well, guys, sorry to say, breakfast with Billy on the stream has been a little slow. Maybe it's because Billy's so excited. He's so excitable. Exactly. Yeah, well, a lot of people won't. I didn't know what I was getting into when I did it. It'll be how many years now? It'll be 6 years in January since I started my channel. I think it'll be about 5.5 since I started with videos, like on a regular basis. But almost 6 years. And like they said, it takes a long time to reach the pinnacle of success. So so hopefully I'll make it in another 4 years. What am I doing after this? I don't know. Probably, let me think here. I got some editing to do. And I got to go over. I was going to do a blog on the trip to Vietnam. A movie? But at the movie theater?
It's only one that's in English.
See, I just watch movies at home now if I want to watch them. And usually, unless it's a really good movie, I don't make it through it. Sometimes me and the kids and Bo will like chill out on a Sunday or a Saturday or Sunday, and just watch one movie, and they go, "Want to watch another one?" Yeah, okay. Well, we got to take a toilet break. Throw in some popcorn.
It'd be cool if they were doing this. I heard there used to be back in the older days.
Yeah, there used to be. And did you go to movies when they used to show cartoons all the time?
Well,
You didn't.
When I was small, in my hometown, we had a summer fun festival where you go around town in certain businesses and you get a coupon and you go watch a movie for 50 cents during summer. And it's usually like a kids movie.
Right.
Like that. When I was a kid, they had that every week.
But no cartoons at the beginning or Three Stooges or anything like that? They used to do that. I mean, I don't think you can even show the Three Stooges nowadays because people view them as too violent, too politically incorrect, too this, too that. Which is ridiculous.
Too violent.
Yeah, too violent because they're always smacking each other on the head and stuff. Yeah, but there's people crying about this.
Kids love it when they're growing up.
Well, I love it now, and I'm still, I was, one of the things I was thinking about is maybe I suffer from the Peter Pan syndrome. I mean, not that I'm not responsible, but I refuse to grow up. I don't want to be an old man. I don't know, what does an old man do that a young man doesn't do? Engage in stupid stuff? I mean, I know a lot of old people that engage in stupid stuff. Hello, hello. How is everybody out there?
It's 10-0. I'm on that one.
2-minute warning.
New Orleans is supposed to like blow them out.
Oh, really? Well,
I think they're 10-1.
Listen.
Dallas is like
6-4. Oh,
and luckily they're
6-5. Well,
Everybody expecting the Saints to score like 40.
I got up too early. Even that coffee, I've had 2 coffees already.
Yeah, they still do.
Huh?
And get up to
Yeah, I know, but the thing is with me is usually I wake up and I don't do what I did today, which is I wake up, I take a quick shower, brush my teeth, and then I had my bag ready to go with everything and just run out the door. I don't do that. I wake up, take my time, I use the head, brush my teeth, get dressed, mill around a little bit, answer some emails, maybe edit a video or something, and then I'm out the door whenever I feel like it.
Did you go out there today? Wednesday? Did you go outside? I
Wednesday.
think that was the best weather day I've had in Thailand.
What's today?
It
Friday?
was nice and cool all
Well,
day.
yeah, I streamed from where on Wednesday? Was that home?
Yeah.
Oh,
Because I went to the sauna and then I went to the pool.
I don't think I went out.
So when I went to like.
I went out yesterday. No, I did go out. Wednesday, I didn't stream from home. I streamed at that coffee shop.
Maybe it was Tuesday.
Yeah.
I don't know, but I went to the pool and the sauna. I laid out middle of the afternoon and never sweat. Laying out, it was cloudy all day, but it had a cool breeze and it was the best weather.
I
day
like
I've
those
ever
kind of
had
days.
in Thailand.
You don't get those days very often in Thailand.
I think in a year and 3 months it's the best weather day I've ever had.
Yeah.
No humidity, no heat all day.
What is this? This is your room key?
Yeah.
God, can't you put it?
No, because you get the thing.
Oh, it's you use the card to.
This is the mailbox.
What is it got? It's got a chip in it or something?
Yeah.
Really?
So when I go in the sauna, I wrap it in my shirt so I don't want to mess it up.
Yeah. Huh. Very interesting. Yeah. That would irritate me. No, but you know what it is the keys are.
I keep it in here.
Oh, you keep it in your bag. That's why you keep it in your bag. See, a lot of times I don't want to bring a bag. I don't want to bring my man purse. He's got his man purse and his lucky coin. Let me ask you something. Tell the truth. You got a condom in there? So you're going bareback then?
No, I just don't plan on doing anything.
Yeah, I got this. Here's mine. I've had that thing for I don't know how many years. 7, 8. A long time. It's too bad it's not 1,000 1,000 instead
They
of.
take it now. It's like they don't use this anymore.
That's his lucky coin. Oops.
To get your battle with me in my pocket.
Oh, you did?
Every day.
Well, that'd be a good reason to make it a lucky coin.
Oh, my buddy gave it to me. He's a big time gambler.
I carry a clover leaf from Ireland in my pocket at all times.
You reading it or you
I'm joking. I'm joking.
look at like bizarre?
The story is that he brought that to Iraq.
Yeah, my buddy gave it to me as well.
Yeah, he brought it to Iraq with him, and he made it out alive. So the coin is,
You use anything for that.
yeah, I know. You'll really try to hold on to just about anything.
It
Yeah.
doesn't mean anything, but eventually
I wiped. I had to take no, I'm not gonna say.
it just helps you a little mentally, emotionally, it doesn't mean shit.
Yeah, of course not. But whatever works and helps you get through.
13 years.
Oh, so they scored another field goal, eh? Huh. 51 seconds left. God, I remember when the Saints were horrible. They used to be terrible.
They've been pretty good ever since the East.
I'm talking about 30 years ago, 40 years
They were
ago.
horrible, like, forever.
Whenever they first started, when they were, just an expansion team.
I think they were the
Remember, didn't they
worst.
used to have that quarterback? What was his name? Abramovich or something like that? Danny Abramovich or something like that? Prince, what's
I
happening?
think, wasn't Archie Manning the quarterback?
Archie Manning was after Danny Abramovich.
Yeah, before
Say hello to Prince, Mr. Billy.
Little Prince.
Hello, Prince.
What's the one? Prince from New York?
Prince from New York. He's a New Yorker. So he talks like this. No, that sounds like a Yenta or some Yenta lady. My daughter is she's a dog. I can't even do it. I'd have to practice that accent. Oh, he's in Charlotte right now, headed to Atlanta. Wow. What are you doing, driving right now? He's hauling ass. I couldn't resist that one. Oh, yeah.
It's cool being in those big rigs. You never been in one?
Whose picture? Gee, look at that face. Really good picture on this shirt. I don't hate people, I just feel better when they're not around. That's the truth. Yeah, I've been in big rigs when I was a kid. I used to do trips from Miami to Sebring. They have the 12 hours of Sebring. It's a race. And I went up, this guy used to drive trucks. I was a kid and I'd have to help him. I'd go up and make a little cash and go up with him, take a couple days. And, I felt like I was grown up. I was like 16. Felt like I was all grown up, This guy's like 20 years old.
I've only been in one.
He was always trying to get the poontang. Taking the weekend in Atlanta. Strip clubs and drinks. Sounds like life in Thailand for many people. Strip clubs and drinks. I've resigned to the fact that, I am no longer the guy. I haven't been in many, many years. That I don't really have any desire to hit the bars or the strip clubs. And I just don't want to do it anymore because I've done it. Been there, done that.
It's all right, like if you have a group of guys just go out.
Yeah. I mean, I'm not saying it's not fun. It can be, especially if you're partying. But, like when you live here and you're going out every night, it gets old, Sorry, it does. It did for me. It doesn't for everybody.
It was 2 times a month in the bar.
2 times a month, that's it? That's all you do?
Oh, he-
I can't remember the last time I went to like Nana. It's been many years. I think last time I went, I took one of my buddies out. He wanted to go there, and I took him out. And then I took him to some massage parlor.
you know, I've been to a massage.
You've never been to a Soapy?
No, I haven't been to any this trip.
Oh, have you ever been to any?
Yeah, I've got massages.
I don't mean massages. I mean full-on soapies.
One time,
That's it.
like 3 years ago.
Huh.
Yeah, 2014.
Well, that's 4 years ago.
So, one time.
Yeah, you know what happened with me when I first got here is I was like, oh, you got to go, man. Go to a good one. Spend a little more money. Pick, you know, the superstar. You know, get the girl that costs, you know, more than all the other. Not the regular fishbowl girl. Get the superstar. They usually look like Playboy Playmates. And, you know, you got scammed at, how do you get scammed at Annie's? I went to Annie's many times.
It's not even there anymore.
They closed it down?
Well, if it's somewhere else, it's not there anymore. Because when I was staying under the street,
It's next to the Raja?
Yeah, because now that Mexican restaurant, probably Mexican is there.
She finished you in 15 minutes. Well, that's not scamming you. Blow your load, dude. You're done. But usually, you know, they'll give you an hour and a half or 2 hours. You just, because I mean, well, I don't want to get into my activities, but yeah, they should do a round two. It could have been the girl. It's not necessarily Annie's. But you know, they could have said to you, "Oh, well, you know, that's all you get. One shot, you're done." Most places won't do that, though. Really, most places won't do that. They'll, you know, the way that it works is they usually will give you a bath and, you know, scrub your back and you know, all your hard to reach areas, the nether regions, and then they give you oral pleasures. Then, you know, usually if you can finish then what they do is, you know, they give you a couple of minutes and they drain the bath or whatever, and they start spraying down the rubber raft. You lay down on it. Yeah, there's like a little raft that you would use in the pool. And then you get on that thing and they cover it. It's all soapy. They cover their body up with soap. They're mainly them, but they wet it. You lay down. Then they, you know, they tell you get on your stomach. Then on your stomach, they start rubbing you all over with their body, and then they flip you over. Bam. Well, I mean, it ain't bad, especially if you got the right girl. I mean, you know, listen, there's some women, you know, like, you don't want touching you. You know, because, I don't know, it's like the dentist who cleaned my teeth next to the mall. It felt like a mauling. It didn't feel like, you know, it was a little rough and it was good. No, it was a mauling. She mauled me and basically was like fish hooking me to get at my teeth. I mean, you know, if you get a chick like that, you know. Well, that's not really, I wouldn't call that a scam. That's not a scam.
I've only been almost 4 years ago. I remember there's like either a Papa son or Mama son. You gotta talk with them and tell them what you want.
Well, no, you know what it is. You talk to the girl.
You don't just go in there all like this and then you don't.
No.
You just pay the money and go. You gotta tell them.
No, but here's the real deal. If the girl likes you, or you negotiate with the girl and you say, hey, listen, give me round two, I'll give you a bigger tip. They usually will do it. You know. But if they get the inkling that you're a tightwad, or they just don't like you, or they just are lazy, or they just don't feel like it, or they're not in a good way, or they don't feel good, or whatever their reason is, then it's kind of like, okay, you're done. Bye. It's that simple. I've never had any of them, especially at Annie's. I mean, Annie's, they were always very eager to please.
Remember Guy James was here from New Zealand?
Uh-huh.
We walked in there just to check it out. Look, you walk out.
Well, you know, I mean, I will say this: many of the girls are not exactly what you would term lookers.
They weren't, none of them were like fit.
Well, yeah. So, listen, Prince, you got to go to a soapy at least once in your life, and make sure it's a good place.
The ones I've heard is good. I've never been inside, so I don't know. Just like the side, not in the fence.
Those are generally pretty good. It used to be the one. Cologne's is over by my place.
I've seen that one in the taxi drive by.
Right. But the New Cleopatra is another one.
One time in taxi, my taxi driver pulled up right by like Cologne. It was like an open field. He pulled over, got out and peed in the field, and he got back.
Yeah. Classy guy. Classy guy that he was. Nature called and he was like, I don't care. You know, the quality of them tends to vary over time. Annie's was never known as a place that had great looking women. Never. There used to be a place.
Back in the day, like the big spot was Petrie Road for that stuff?
Oh yeah, there used to be a lot on Petrie Road. There used to be one place, I don't remember the name of it. It was really, really well known.
I think it's still a park out there or something like that.
Yeah, they've changed. They changed them. Listen, there's a place right on the street that goes to the mall. There are, let me think how many. I think there's 2 massage parlors. But one place hasn't been open in forever. It used to be called Santa, and then it was called, I can't even remember. And I go by there every day and I always forget. But originally it was called Santa. And then it changed names and it was called something else. And now they're just shut down. And, there's another one that, and I don't remember the name of this one either. It doesn't look very good, at least from the outside. But it's right on the, if you know where Sasi Prapa Muay Thai gym is, I think it's 132, Soy 132, Lad Prao 132. If you go down 132 and you just keep going down, then there's a little tiny street, and then you turn left. That'll take you to Sasi Prapa gym. But if you just turn left onto 132 and go down about 100 meters, right? There on the left-hand side, there's a massage parlor, and it's always open. But I don't know if there's anybody, if it's open for business. The doors are always open though, so that's why I think it's open. Well, mainly because foreigners aren't usually going in there, and most foreigners are not going to go in there and go, Sawadee Krap, you know, they're not going to go in and whine, Puying Soy Mai, you know, they're not going to go in there and start speaking in Thai to them. Poseidon definitely has foreigners going there. You know.
I think they also charge $400 for that.
Huh? Oh, well, you know, some places they charge charge more for foreigners. Yeah. I think the girls are worried. Jump off a boat in the ocean, soapy, start my back tattoo is a list of things.
I heard everybody should do it once. I did it on my first trip in 2014.
Yeah, but how was the girl?
It was good.
Yeah.
I never did that.
Yeah. I don't know. You know, I mean, when I first came, I was like, oh, wow, these are great. There used to be a little place on Soy 5. What is it, Soy 5? Let me think.
What I went to was Amsterdam.
It was Soy 5. Well, Amsterdam is gone. I went to Amsterdam quite a bit.
Right there on Amsterdam.
Yeah. Rama 9. Isn't it Rama 9?
Yeah, it was like
It's right by Fortune.
Yeah,
It's
right
right across from Fortune. Yeah. Yeah, I've been there half a dozen times. And it's a little expensive if you want, you know, like one of the better looking girls. It was expensive. I don't know, you know, now it's closed. So, but, you know, it's 4,000 or 5,000 baht for a chick. You know, after a while, it's like,
First time in Thailand, so.
yeah. Well,
And then, I just talked to the guy that was the officer.
has Billy been there since y'all went for the fish on live? For the fish? No, we were a live stream. We had fish. Oh, you had that big piece of fish.
Oh,
Remember you had that huge piece of salmon? No, he's been here. He's been here for about July, August, September, October, November. So, take a little bit more water, please. He's been here for about 4 months, 4.5 months, and yeah, 4 months. 4 months in a week. Thank you very much, man. Appreciate that. Yeah, he's been here for a while now, and he leaves in another 6 weeks, and then another 9 months or so he comes back for good.
For like 17 to 24 months.
17 to 24 months. Oh, because you're just trying to stay within the legal limits.
Yeah, so I'm gonna get
Yeah.
TV, and I'm gonna jump in. When that runs out, I'll jump into the interview set.
Yeah.
And when that runs
Yeah.
out, I'll go back. And then,
So they give you a double entry tourist visa or just single?
they did that after I got.
No, I know, but I mean, so did you have to show $7,000 in the bank?
Yeah, for like so many months.
Right, okay. That's what I thought. Yeah, that's the double. That's a
Yeah,
that's a
one-
multiple
that
entry.
one you can come as many times as you want, come and go for it. But I think you have to leave every 60 days.
Oh, no, you after 60 days you can extend for 30 days. Then you stay for another 2 months, and then you.
But you can leave as many times as you want in the service.
Well, if you leave, you yeah. Well, once you leave, if you don't get a re-entry permit, then that one entry is. Well, that's right. No, you're right. You're right. Yeah, you're right. It's multiple entry, so you don't have to get a re-entry
But you
visa.
have to leave at least every 60 days, I believe.
Mm-hmm.
Well, no, I'm gonna
Or get an extension for the 1 month. So you have to really. It works out to 90 days if you get the extension.
When I get my extension, my last day for my extension before I have to get it is December 16th. That's on a Sunday. So I gotta go that Friday,
Well, wait a minute. The 16th is a Sunday.
Sunday.
So the 15th is a Saturday, and the 14th is a Friday, and you're leaving on the 13th. So no.
No. December 16th is when it runs out, the 60 days I have to get an extension.
Yeah, you have to get the
So I
extension.
have to go on that Friday, if we guys on Sunday, or can I wait till Monday?
You can. Well, I would go on the Friday. Technically, they let you get away with it,
Because
but there's.
last time, I did my extension when I was here last time.
Yeah.
We went on a holiday, which I didn't know,
Right.
so I had to wait till the next day, which was 1 day over the next day.
No, they don't usually, but if they want to be sticklers, they can be.
They won't be.
So I always say just go the day before.
They probably won't be because the situation they went through. Yeah, I'm gonna go on.
They want tourists, but they don't want expats. Apparently, I don't know.
I think I'm gonna go that Friday just to.
I don't. I'd like to know what the mentality behind the government is.
I don't care about it as Chinese.
I don't think that's true.
Now I heard something about the free visa they offered them.
No, yeah, that's true. It is, but that's not to say that they don't care about other tourists.
They care about them.
Well, that's because they're the biggest group. If all of a sudden Americans started coming in mass and they were the biggest group,
I'm not complaining. I'm just saying. That
I understand.
they care about
Just,
them the most.
you know,
Makes sense.
of course, because it's the biggest payoff for them. They make the most money from them. But there has been a huge drop.
Looks like they are. Thailand has some everything they can for tourism because they don't have enough for the business to offset the tourism dollars. Like the
Well,
other
but
countries.
also remember that the last stream that I did, I talked about the happiness quotient and the human development and the safety and this and that, all these different things. Thailand doesn't seem to be progressing all that much. They're just kind of stagnant, and because like in areas like national parks or beaches, and because of all the problems that seem to be coming out, they may not have any more problems now than they had, say, 20 years ago, but it's far more prevalent in the media because there's so many more outlets now. People are going to find out by forums, by just about, any way. I mean, somebody posts something on a forum and then the next thing you know, it's all over the place. So I think it seems like it's more prevalent. The problem's more prevalent. And then, you know, they've got issues with how they're taking care of their environment when it comes to the beaches and the sea.
I can get around trip to Phuket for $50. It costs half that just to go to the airport and back. But I can get a round trip to Phuket.
How are you getting a round trip to Phuket for $50? Because I can't get that.
Because it's just like
On what, Air Asia?
It's like the cheapest place to go. To Thailand.
Or no care or what?
Silk, no, Air Asia, they all. You can get it for $50. And I don't want to go to Phuket because
Yeah.
it's so freaking crowded.
Well, I mean, listen, my wife's asked me to go there several times and I never go because
Like watch
I don't
a
want to
couple-
deal with it.
I watch a couple of YouTubers to see how the beaches work. And there's so many people, man.
Yeah.
Like, I don't want to go.
Hey, you're better off going to Koh Koot, man.
It's so crowded.
Go to some place like Koh Koot.
So even though it's only $50 for one trip,
Big deal.
it's just so crowded.
But you could go to Koh Koot, it costs you $50, you know, or $75.
So it's just a little more hassle.
Well, here's the thing. The more the hassle to get to a place, the less people are going to be there. If a place, if you could take a taxi there.
A third class seat is less than $100.
Yeah.
Second class seat with AC is only $271.
Yeah, this is what I mean. Your daughter wants to go to Phuket.
Well, you're young and you don't
Yeah, I mean,
overcrowdedness, it's fun.
Right. But, you know, when you get to be, older and you want your privacy and you want, your space. For me, that's what it is. It's the space.
There's a lot of affordable places to stay there.
Oh, yeah.
Places, but
Yeah.
I was looking at that and I was like, yeah, if I ever go, it'd have to be in the low season.
Yeah, that's the other thing. I mean, remember when I went to Koh Chang a few months ago, it was during the low season and it was great. Now, if I went during the busy season,
Koh Chang and Koh Koot, certain spots around, even the high season, it's great.
yeah.
Because there's some secluded areas you can go to. There's only a couple
Yeah.
hotels.
But see, that's the whole thing. Like I talked about on the trip to Vietnam, I don't want to go in Ha Long Bay and kayak around with 500 other kayaks.
I still do it just to experience all the way.
I don't know if I would do that. I don't know. You know what I'd rather do? You know what I'd rather do? I'd rather see if I can get like a longtail boat or something like that.
Yeah, I wouldn't go on a kayak. I'd take a boat.
Yeah, I'd like to, like I'll pay, you pay some guy like $40 or something, and you get a half a day out with the longtail, or 2 hours of the longtail. Well, that's what I mean. And there's all these people. I don't really want to be around that. The places I want to go to places. That's why I'm just talking about
You
in.
better go, though. You just take a look.
Oh, I'm going.
It's gonna be awesome.
Oh, I'll be there. But I mean, one of the reasons like that I talked about Kakabaratsi in Myanmar is because how many people go there? Maybe 100 a year. 100 foreigners a year go there. I'm talking about to that region, to that area, to what's it called, Putao, and who actually leave the city limits. No, but that's the area. I'm talking about going on that way, in that direction to Kakabaratsi. Not many people go there, and that's the kind of place. Those are the kind of places I like. Call me selfish. I don't want to be around a million other people. Wow, look at listen. I'll never forget when I went to Chiang Mai a couple trips ago before I had my hip surgery. This is a couple years ago, and I went into that museum that had all the 3D art, and I'm like filming stuff, and I'm like, oh, this is great. And then all of a sudden, a tour group of Chinese came in. Hey, you made it, soy dog. A tour group of Chinese came in. And here I am, I'm filming, I'm like 10 feet away from the wall, and what do? They walk right in front of the camera and stand right in front of me and just block everything. And I'm like, hey, excuse me. You know what I mean? I don't own the museum, but I'm standing there. I mean, like, they see me, but they're completely blinded because, we gotta go see this, we gotta go see that. And that's the thing, I mean, like, you're not gonna get the kind of secluded, this kind of seclusion and the privacy and the place to self-reflect, I guess. in some city center. You're not going to find that. You got to go out somewhere. And then if it's somewhere like, say, Pattaya, even on the outskirts of Pattaya or Phuket, yeah, okay, you might be able to get away a little bit, but you're still right there, and you know that you're very, very close to hordes of people. Anybody can get there if they want to go there. Now, if you go somewhere and it's a lot more difficult, even Koh Koot is a lot more difficult for people. That people don't want to generally take the time to go there. You know. Well, yeah, the younger people, I understand them wanting to go to Phuket. I do understand that. And I understand them wanting to go, you know, some 20-year-old wanting to go to Pattaya and, you know, go bang his brains out until, you know, till he can't anymore.
That's what Cowboy, if he wants to hook up with him, I think that would be tired.
Oh, yeah, Soy Dog Cowboy.
Around the 16th to like stay for a week.
Billy is planning on making a trip to Pattaya possibly around the 16th of next month. So he said, if you guys want to hook up, what are you going there for? Just to go see it?
Something different. Yeah, I might as well
For
go.
how long?
For maybe 5 days.
Oh, 5 days. 16th, that's the day of the fights in Myanmar. I don't know if I'm gonna go or not. I'm not like thrilled to run over there for a day. So have I. Look at this. This freaking thing broke again. Another one's breaking. And you know, you can't get them separate unless you go to tag. You can't go into like a...
One's good enough.
Yeah, it's not really.
Does the other one move too?
They both move.
You can't get like a cheap knockoff one?
I tried and they don't have them. They're like, you have to buy the whole strap. And I'm like, okay, well, I'll buy the whole strap. No, have.
Maybe they're lying because they want you to pay that.
I'll buy the strap. I mean, the straps are not that expensive. I mean, they're like $10. But it's better than going and buying a whole strap. This strap is expensive, which is ridiculous.
It's like hooking up to like a necklace to wear around your neck.
No. I'll make it a pocket watch. Yeah, that beach that I just put the photo up, that is a nice beach.
Yeah, that's the,
It's not Klong Prao, isn't it Klong Chow? What was it?
yeah, the high season is,
I thought it was Klong Chow.
it's like,
All right, Prince, you take it easy, man. Don't party too hard.
yeah, look at the high season.
I thought it was Klong Chow.
Can't afford it.
Ugh.
If I stayed there, it'd be like a one day trip to Cook.
Yeah, but you don't have to stay in a place like we stayed.
No, I'm not. I'm just saying if I did, it'd be like a one day, one night trip.
Oh yeah. No, but you can stay in a place that's $20 a night, and they're still nice. And then the thing is, you rent a kayak and you just cruise around, and it's, you know. I just started looking at footage the other day. That's why I came up with that photo, because I was looking through old footage that I haven't even done anything with. That's what I mean. I got old footage from Myanmar, old footage from there. I got so much footage. It's not procrastination. It's like when you got 200 clips from one place, and then you go through and you pick out 50 of them, and you do a video or two or a couple of videos, and then it's like by the time you get those done, you're doing something else. No, she's here. She's here, and I think she's, I don't know what the deal is with her. Oh, I don't think she's leaving on Sunday, so I don't know. But I know she's taking a couple weeks off this month, and that's why she told me, "You're not taking off before New Year's, are you?" We don't really do anything. We might, you know, like sometimes what we'll do is everybody will get somebody a present. You know, like I'll get Bo a present. I'll get each of my kids a present, and then they'll get me a present, and they'll get her a present, and then she'll get me one, and she'll get them. The dog usually gets one, yeah. The dog, yeah, Nicholas almost always buys the dog a present. Yeah. I miss having my own dog. You know, the dog that is mine, and he listens to me. And,
That's going to be the hardest part next time to be with my dog.
yeah, why don't you bring him with? Oh, she's a spaz.
Like even in the vehicle, like
Is she the kind of dog who pees all over the place when she gets excited?
no, but she doesn't get excited for going in the car, so she makes it.
Oh.
She she's not like, she's different. You know?
I like the dogs that like they just sit there next to you and they chill and they look out the window and they're just like,
Anything
cool.
new or anything not out of the or anything that's not ordinary, she was real anxious. So I don't think she would survive a plane trip, but I bring her.
I might have to get a dingo, or one of those Australian shepherds. You know, one of the ones that are smart. The problem is you got to run the hell out of them. A lot of dogs you got to run them a lot, you know, to keep them from
If I had
having
the
too
money
much
next
energy.
Time, if I had the money next time I had a new dog, I'd send it to school, man, 'cause it's so much
Yeah. Well, I mean, like Odie, ever since Odie ran, you know, our dog, Odie, Nicholas's dog, ever since he ran out of the front gate and we couldn't find him, and Nicholas was, you know, he was really upset because he loves that dog. And we couldn't find the thing. And I was asking, I went walking around all over the neighborhood asking, you know, have you seen this dog? I had a picture and I showed the dog. And we're like looking everywhere. And then somebody goes, I think I saw a dog down the street. And you know, the dog was the street right over from where we live, right across the street from us at that little soy next to, he was all the way at the end, hiding in a shrub, scared shitless.
Couldn't find his way back from there.
He couldn't find his way back from there, and he was just scared. He scared of motorcycle. He scared him. He scared him. He was scared of. He's scared of motorcycles.
That's what my dog was scared of her.
Yeah.
When she was little, and she was in the front yard, and I was in Pleasanton, and the trash truck came, it was trash day.
Scared the
we
hell
were
out of her.
dogs,
Yeah.
And now every time when we were living there, like the trash truck would cut, even if she was inside, we'd go nuts.
Huh. Yeah. I don't know what kind of dog I'd want. Then the other thing is, you know, like if we move, are we gonna want to bring the dog with us? Can we bring the dog with us? You know, I mean, like,
Did you find that scratching mark or something like that?
no, I never have.
No
I don't-
noise anymore?
I thought I heard it once more after that.
Too bad it wasn't. You could have got it and started feeding it.
Yeah, would have had my rat killer. But we haven't seen many lately. I've made it sure, I've been telling the kids, you know, like, hey, you need to make sure that this place is spotless all the time. I mean, like military type. Well, you're probably never going to see a rat in a condo. I'm not worried about gnats, but you see a cockroach. I mean, you know, like I told them, I said, if you don't do the dishes, the cockroaches are going to know. And they're going to come out. I said, make sure you do the dishes every night. There's no dishes in the sink ever. If you do it, if you make something, you clean it up.
Even on the roof or walking outside the ground, I've never seen a cockroach go out.
Huh.
Which is weird.
Yeah, well, you're lucky. But you know, if you live out in the country somewhere, you're going to see little critters all the time.
I've seen roaches in the I can't get rid of roaches everywhere.
No.
I bet you in New York City or any big city when they
Oh my God, I wonder how many rats are there.
Covers, like, close on the road, I bet it's just a lot.
Oh God, remember that? I forgot all about that. There were thousands of them.
That was crazy.
Thousands of cockroaches. They lifted up the manhole cover on Calsan Road. I don't know if anybody watched that one particular stream. It was that the day that they were shutting down everybody there, and they said, okay, no more vendors on Calsan. Right. And so they lifted up the manhole covers on Calsan Road, and there were thousands and thousands of
Maybe that's a reason
cockroaches.
they should bring back the vendors. At least they kick the damn motorcycles off the sidewalk.
Well, but you know,
I'd rather have the vendors than the motorcycles.
all they have to do is close off the street to anybody. But you know, what happens is there's a police station right at the very end of the soy. Really? But see, in Calsan Road, at the end of the street, there's a police station. Why are the police not catching the people driving?
Yeah, but I think I told you, the police captain or whatever said, we don't have enough cops to
Oh, come on. All it takes is one guy to go out there for
Sure,
20
we don't have
minutes.
enough cops, but the cops they do have to enforce it.
Right. Yeah.
I mean, there's the ties even said, like, we see cops, we see the motorcycle, don't say anything.
Yeah. Well, you know, it comes back to this. We're not citizens. We don't vote.
Yeah,
We
the
can-
cops
we
pay
can-
more than we do.
Yeah, but they you know they understand. Well, what are you gonna do? You gonna complain about it all the time? I mean, this is the thing.
It's like giving a sidekick every time they pass you by.
Yeah, but you know the way that it works here is that things that are okay in your country may not be okay here, and things that are not okay in your country are okay here.
I don't mind
It's a
it
different
I
country.
don't mind it so much when they're coming from. When they were coming from behind me and act, and they're going at least 20 miles an hour, and I don't even know they were coming.
No, I understand,
Man,
but
this-
you know what's worse than that is when you get out of a car.
16-year-old girl walking up.
No, that's I mean, obviously it's not a good situation. It's not good what they're doing. But what's even worse than that is when you're on a street and you get off, you get out at a on the curb, and there you have to be careful because a motorcycle might be screaming down the road, and he's going in between the car, and when you get out, if you're not looking, you're going to get smashed, or he's going to smash into the car, and then a lot of times they try to blame you for that.
It's actually going to want you to pay for damage because the guy can't pay for it. The
Yeah, well, that's, and that's the thing. Oh, no, call the police. No, I'm not paying anything.
Yeah, because the police is still going to make you pay something.
Tell them, no, I'm not paying. Okay, well, let's go to jail. Okay, I'm not paying. And in the end, you should be okay, but it'll cost you a lot of hassle. Depends on how much they want you to pay.
Why don't you real quick and look out for motorcycles?
Oh, yeah. And the other thing that I always say is every time you leave a taxi, when you get out of a taxi, get out ass first. Don't get out head first. Get out ass first. And you know why? Because you're looking back into the taxi, and if you leave anything, whether it be a few coins, a phone, whatever it might be, it does work. You know why? Because I haven't lost a phone in about 15 years.
When you were in your taxi,
When did I lose my glasses?
you went to go somewhere for the display and cleaning.
I think you just hid them from me somewhere, and you just refused to give them back. I don't think I lost them.
You didn't have them when you went to Burger King.
I don't remember. As a matter of fact, a young girl was hit. We were talking about that. Yeah, 16-year-old girl got hit by one. Listen, you got to remember something. That people driving the motor. This is not a slam on them, but it's the truth for the most part. A lot of the people driving motorbikes, they're not exactly the most well educated, and frankly, all they're trying to do is survive.
Yeah, they can't dodge us when you're coming from behind.
No, but what they're trying to do is they're just trying to get by and do whatever they can to make their life easier, their job easier, so they can make a living, go home, and do what everybody else is doing. Spend time with their family or their buddies or whatever it is. I'm not saying it's right by any means.
Well, I don't know why they're doing it before 7 in the morning when there's traffic. So they're not doing it just to avoid
Well, sometimes they do it to avoid traffic, and sometimes they do it because it's a shortcut.
They're doing it a lot of times just to do it.
Yeah. Well, I don't think it's right no matter what. I think there's a reason why a sidewalk is for walking.
Traffic doesn't affect them that much. They don't stop at stoplights. If they can go on the outside lane and get through, they get through. They go around other cars and they stop.
So now Soy Dog Cowboy's complaining about he almost got hit by somebody going the wrong way, which is another thing. A lot of times, how many times have you ever been on a motorcycle where they took you the wrong way because it was shorter than going and making a U-turn or something like that? They get on the sidewalk, go the wrong way, or they go on the street the wrong way. I've done that many times.
No, but I haven't been on a motorcycle very often.
I have. I don't particularly like taking motorbikes either, but sometimes it
I
is.
always try to tell them like, hey, if they can understand, like, don't hurry, just, you don't have to go through it.
Monash. He says, hello, Scott and William. Is your real name William?
No,
His
only when I was in Spanish class.
No, but is your birth name William? No? It's Billy. Billy Ray. I'm going to call you B-Ray. Hey, B-Ray. What'd it be like, man? B-Ray.
My Mexican name is Cuete.
Cuete? What's that mean? The shitter?
I don't know, it means something like firecracker or firecracker.
Same day I was getting off of Songtao and walked around the truck across the street and almost Yeah, but you know, you have to be aware of this stuff. That's the only way you can get around it. You're always going to have problems. Huh?
No,
Ooh, 13-3.
look both ways.
Yeah, you always have to look both ways. You know, I mean, when you're a little kid, when I grew up, when I grew up, when I grew up, I was taught look to your left, look to your right, and look to your left again. Here, you got to look. You know, look to your right, look to your left, look to your right. But you need to make sure you really keep an eye out. And after a while, it becomes second nature. You know. Doesn't it's well, you know what it is it's not about you being careful. It's about the person who's driving being careful, because you can be careful and you're still going to get hit. And you know my ploy to get across the street a lot of the time is a car is coming and I stick my hand out with with my palm up, like stop, you know, oh, slow down. And I'm always like bowing when I'm walking through. I'm like, thank you, oh, thank you. And most of the time they see you, and it's just because you put your hand out, and also because you're doing the bowing, that they we'll slow down, we're not run them over.
In America, you're like, I'm in a crosswalk, I have the right of way. If you think like that here, you're gonna get hit.
All right. Well, ultimately, the way that it breaks down here is you're completely responsible for everything. You want to do something, like you want to drive a motorbike and go the wrong way, well then if you get hit by a car, don't sue the car. Don't sue the owner of the car. Don't sue the insurance company, because you were the one who chose to do it your way. You know. In America, I don't know if that would fly.
Just like in America, you're like walking down the sidewalk. Oh, sidewalks jacked up, now I get to sue the city. I got hurt. They ain't doing it here. You're responsible.
I'm not Scottish. Actually, I'm British French. English French. English. Is he? I thought, is he Scottish? He might be. No, I know that.
Yeah, his real accent is
It's your fault even if they're going on. Well, that's because generally you should be, because if they run into you and they kill you, you're dead. Doesn't matter who's wrong. So in a sense, they're right, but when it comes down to the legalities, no, you're not. The thing is that I think that very few people choose to take it all the way to court, to where a judge will decide on what's right and what's not, because
I do like it there, you can't sue everybody for everything.
yeah.
You gotta just watch out, be responsible for yourself.
Yeah, definitely.
I'm gonna go in the store and slip and then try to sue them.
Oh, slip and fall. Do they have that here?
Yeah,
Now, I'll tell you one thing that happened a while back, many years ago, and I talked about this once or twice, is where on Romkameng Road there used to be a major Cineplex. Right there, there's a movie theater there now, but there used to be another one. And it was a very small theater. At least the entrance was very small, and right there was an overpass, a walkway. And at that overpass, there was a young girl. I think she was only 13 or 14, something like that. I don't remember, but she was walking, and a piece of the overpass, the concrete, for some reason it broke off and it fell, and it hit her right on top of the head. It didn't kill her, but it put her into a vegetative. No, it was a big piece. And it, knocked her out, put her in a coma, and then when she came out, she was on life support, and then when she was done, when she finally was off life support, she was completely, I don't know what's the word you use for it. Well, I didn't want to say it that way, but pretty much she was. She needed to be taken care of for the rest of her life. And I think they gave her something like 30,000 baht or something like that. That's all they gave her. I'm like, that's it, sorry. And it's like, what do you mean? 30,000, that's kind of, and I think they're still going, even now, and this is 10 or so years ago, they're still going through the court or maybe they got to pay. I can't really remember all the details, but I think maybe they got to pay off of like 300,000. I'm like, what the hell is 300,000 going to do for that girl for the rest of her life?
Even 300,000 US dollars. You get medical care for life.
Nope, not even here. Listen, if I was in the U.S. when I fell from the 4th floor, I would have got millions. I would have never had to work a day in my life again. I would have never had to worry about money again. But that's not the way that it works here. And the way that it does work here is for every, I think, million baht, I had to pay something like 25,000 baht. So just to start the suit for like a 5 million baht suit at the time would have been something around $4,000. Yeah, I'm not fond of China and the way things work in China. I'm just not, you know. Not fond of it at all. I've been there twice, and quite frankly, I don't know that I want to go there again. You know.
It is.
Huh? You still watching this game? Less than 2 minutes left in the 3rd quarter. Yeah, I am lucky I lived. I think it was just because I did the whole Superman thing, and my hands took the brunt of it. That's why my hands are, one of the reasons my hands hurt so bad now. I had compound fractures in my left hand. But, you know, I'm still here. Well, I'll tell you what, I used to have pictures of it, and I don't know what happened to them, but I had photos of my hand and my ribs and of where they cut me open to put the tube in my lung, and my back, which my back was completely purple. It was I couldn't believe it. I woke up and I was like, what the, oh man, I'm in so much pain. It wasn't 3 stories, it was 4. So imagine 4. I did bounce. Actually, I bounced off the 3rd floor little walkway thing. And then I bounced off the floor, like, see, because I went down head first. I bounced like this, see? And when I hit like this, I popped up and somehow rolled over. I was out. And all I remember is I was getting dragged into a car, and I remember thinking, where's my watch? And I tried to grab at my watch, and then I never saw my watch again. Which always pisses me off. It always pisses me off about the watch, because that watch was yeah, I know. Well, I mean, you know, that's the big thing. It's not I remember getting out to start climbing down, and I remember hearing that snap. It was a big crack because the rope was like this thick, you know. Huh? When you see a rope that's like this thick and you're only going down 40 feet, you don't think it's that big of a deal. Are you kidding? Everybody out on the balcony, they were a bunch of pussies. They were like, oh my God, we're gonna die. And I was thinking to myself, I don't think we're gonna die. This watch is all right. It's not as good as the Omega. I like the Omega better. No. A watch off. There's his. That's his watch. It's a nice watch. Not really. I don't like the band. Curved bevel. Okay. And then.
And that's a lady's wrist.
That's a Tag Formula One limited edition Kiki Raikkonen. I told Billy, or I told my kid, I always think about selling. Yeah, you see, he says, sorry, Billy, you have to take Scott's. That's Monash. I always think about selling this thing. I always think about selling this watch, say for 40,000 baht, and then taking like 12,000, buying a Casio like camouflage colored military watch, and then keeping the rest of the money. Because I mean, the only thing that this is it's a sentimental thing.
No flag? Is there no flag on the offensive interference? Look at this push off. Look at his left arm.
I can't. It's hard to
Look at
see.
his push off. He pushes off, man. Look at the guy go the other way.
Yeah.
Offensive, that's like so easy.
Yeah. So they didn't call it.
Yeah,
They're showing it again in slow motion.
I don't know if they do the flag or not. That is so obvious.
Yeah, he put his arm out to keep him away.
They don't fall. They dropped the putter and they got him the chance.
So
He gets no flag. Right?
no flag, huh?
It's their own fault. They left the putter and they got the ball back, so it's their own fault. But yeah, that was blatant pass interference on offense.
Well, you Speedmaster man on the moon or explore. Well, I had a what was it? The James Bond Seamaster? Is that what Omega Seamaster? I used to have that, and then it, like I said, I fell, and then that was the end of my watch. Huh?
I'm not gonna be wasting money on that.
Well, I didn't buy this one, so,
I know, but I'm saying
which is another reason I don't really want to give it up. I've had it for
he's Italian.
7 years. What was that watch I saw the other day? It was this British watch, and I was like, oh my! It was I forget, I can't remember, but it was Ewan McGregor or Charlie Borman. One of those two guys. I was looking something up, and one of them had just received a watch, and they had this gnarly case that it was like this case shaped like a cone, and then they push a button, and then it pops out where the watch is, and then you take the watch out. It was really cool. And I thought, wow, that's a nice watch. I wonder if it's only, if it's like $2,000 or something, it's, hey, man, that's a nice watch, You know how much it was? The cheapest one was about 12.5, and the most expensive was about 30 G's. 25, 30 G's.
Automatic or
I don't know. I just remember seeing the watch and I thought, damn, that's nice. But I'd have to look it up. I can look it up when I get home. You see, if my wife had given me the other phone like she's supposed to, I would be on the other phone right now looking it up, and I'd say, oh, it's this watch.
kind of shabby.
She's deathly afraid to be without that phone for some reason.
Get out everyone else.
It's got all her music on there, so she's like, music and photographs. We've already transferred all our photos. So that's gone. So now it's just her music, and I'm like, I'll give you my iPod. She doesn't want it, though. But now they got it on that one over there, too. I can't see with these glasses. Ooh, it's 13-10. Saints are coming back, baby.
That was a bullshit touchdown.
Holding. Oh, on the Cowboys.
Well, you're hardly ever going to have holding on defense and run for.
Ooh. How much time's left? There's still a whole quarter in
I
there.
would decline the penalty, though, because they didn't get anything.
Oh, yeah, he was definitely holding. He grabbed him around the waist. Oh, 30 seconds left in the third quarter.
I would decline the penalty. It would've been third and long.
Well, I'm not gonna sit here another 15 minutes to stream. I don't think. I think for some reason though, I think Billy's dying to see the outcome of this game.
They don't care. They really don't care.
13-10. I'm curious to see if the Saints can come back.
I used to care
Oh,
so much.
oh, you idiot! Why did he do that? He threw right into the center. He's on the 20-yard line or whatever where he threw. It was on the 20-yard line. He threw right into it, and there was like a group of Saints there. They almost intercepted that. Yeah, so throw it on the ground.
Well, if you know it's an easy pass and you can get a couple extra yards just for the punter, so feel good.
I got a clock on my wrist. I guess. Whatever. I like it. It's a nice watch. But you know what? Somebody comes up with the right money, I'd give it up. I'd sell it. I don't like watches like that. I don't like that.
No, it's just a...
I'm a conservative kind of guy. I like watches like this. I like Casios that are...
Mine's smaller than yours.
You know, they have... Some guy wrote me the other day, oh my God, a Casio for $300? And I was like, dude, where the fuck have you been living? Under a rock? There are Casios that are $1,200, $1,500, $3,500.
Casio is one of the most recognizable watches in the world. And they have it very cheap. And they have
Right, yeah.
They have every level.
But like I said before, a lot of the Casio watches, you can't get them for $5 here, $10, because they're imported, you know.
Do they make watches that cheap?
They have some like really cheesy ones.
Why would you buy a watch for $10? It's not gonna last as long.
Because for some people, they'll just run it into the ground and it will last. What is this? Fury. I don't know who's gonna win, but I'm leaning towards Wilder.
You said Fury.
Because I think Wilder is probably emotionally more proven than Tyson Fury. Fury's coming back from, you know, his long, he's still coming back from the time when he was depressed and all this other kind of stuff. And that doesn't mean he can't fight. He's a big dude. If he hits Wilder right, that'll be it. But Wilder's been fighting for a long time. And like I said, I met him in the Olympics. Very, very nice guy. He's got a daughter, I think, who is disabled or whatever you call it. She's got some health issues. And he, you know, what he told me was he fights for her.
I'm thinking Deontay, but I won't be surprised if Fury wins. He's a good fighter.
Anytime you have two big heavyweights who have power in both hands, all it takes is one good shot and the whole fight's over.
Both very long, too. Long, tall.
They're tall, they're big guys. But that Fury is huge, man.
Fury has even longer arms.
Yeah, I think he's bigger, a little bit bigger. But did you see the press conference?
He's not being racist, but usually, you know, black guys have longer arms than the white guys.
I don't know. Is that? I don't know. I don't know anything about that.
But Fury's kind of like a
Because, you know, I got really long arms. Actually, I got short, little stubby arms.
It's proven that black guys usually have long arms. Fuck that shit.
All right, so it's still 13-10, and this. Oh,
They definitely have the better body, you know, fit for athletics. It's not racist.
just stop. You're starting to put your foot in your mouth. No, I don't think so. But I'm not what counts. It doesn't matter to me. No, it's YouTube.
It's for the cool.
I don't give a shit, you know, what anybody thinks, and if they want to be racist in whatever way, that's their prerogative. But what I'm saying is, YouTube might view it a different way. That's the only thing. Oh, I know you never filter yourself. Jesus. I don't know who has the longer reach. I do know they're both big. They both can bang. And I personally think because of Wilder's experience, he's going to win the fight.
How many fights has Fury had?
I don't even remember. I don't
Because he was
know.
out because he like test positive or something. So he was out for a while, for years.
He was out for like 2 years.
That's what happened. He tested positive for something.
All right, boys and girls. Anybody else got any other questions and comments? Oh, Fury's 6'9", Wilder is 6'7". Fury has more experience overall. What you're including amateurs?
They're both very experienced. They're not newbies.
No, no, of course not. Really? I didn't know that.
I think it's gonna be a good fight.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
I'm not saying one can't dominate the other, but I don't expect it.
No, I know he started late. Yeah. When he was in the Olympics, he was considered old.
He's in pretty good shape now, don't you? Remember when he
Oh, yeah.
first came back in the first couple of fights, he was kind of fat.
Well, they showed him when he was fat. You know, he was on Joe Rogan a while back, and he talked about being.
It's good though, it's fun.
It makes for a good fight, and that's what's important. You know, whether it's a great fight or not, I think it'll be a really good fight.
Like both of them are undefeated, right?
I believe so. Yeah. Well, I know Wilder's undefeated. I forget about. I can't remember Fury because I haven't looked at him in a while.
I think he got a win.
I don't remember who he just won. He just beat somebody a while back.
It doesn't count as a loss. I think he's lost officially. Both undefeated.
You're checking out of your hotel. Why are you staying in a hotel all this time?
So,
Soy Dog Cowboy, you're staying in a hotel.
they say last screen is getting condos.
Oh, is that what it is?
Yeah, you can get. I look online. You can get a really good long-term hotel room.
Yeah, well, Pattaya is a little bit easier to get that, without having to sign some kind of sign your life away, you know. What was this? Oh, they're going for the Saints they're on their way back, man. Ooh, did he drop it?
No,
He didn't drop it.
it's always over there at the hotel.
Wow. Yeah, so they're passing.
Cowboys have shot themselves in the foot, and the ref really helped on their touchdown. That was passing interference on the Saints.
A trip should start sometime in the first week of January. And in a couple of weeks, I'd say no more than about 2 weeks, I'll have all the specifics. But that is if I make enough money. Well, if you want to move around a lot, that makes it difficult. No, I'm going alone. I'm on my own. Now I'm anxious to see, what's going to happen here.
No matter what happens, it's obviously a great game for the Cowboys because the Saints have only scored 10 so far.
The only thing that matters is if they win or not. Losing is not an option.
I don't really care anymore.
You don't care.
Yeah, I'm going for the Cowboys, but I don't care that much anymore.
871. Thank you. Christmas buffet. You got change for this?
No.
You got 100 baht? What is this? Christmas buffet. 2 days, the 24th and 25th.
Same price.
I don't love the buffets, honestly.
I don't think it can do it anymore.
Oh my goodness. Registration available. $8.99 per adult, $4.50. You telling me that my 16-year-old kid gets charged 899 baht?
Under 10.
I know, my kids are not under 10.
They
So
eat more than us.
I guess they know
I
that.
charge teenagers between the age of like 12 and 19 more than adults.
So 900 baht a pop.
It's worth it, you know.
It's worth it, but I'm not disputing that.
You saw the food.
I'm not disputing that it's worth it. All I'm disputing is that
Not for me, because I thought my stomach was going to explode after 2 plates last time.
those are Vegas prices.
That was a pain.
Honestly, I think for us, who it really
This is for
Christmas,
foreigners, so-
Christmas, yeah, exactly. Christmas dinner is not all that important to my kids and to my wife, and to me, really. It's nice, but for us to come, it's almost 4,000 baht, 3,600. By the time we spend
For
money to
20
get here,
$20 for roughly $30, it's not a bad deal.
well, somebody was just saying those are Vegas prices.
Come on, man. That's Vegas.
Vegas, baby.
And those buffets are worth it too on there.
I remember the days when you get the buffet in Vegas for $1, 99 cents.
I can't do that. I mean, you get all the
That was a long time ago.
You're talking about good steak, lobster,
Circus
sideways.
Circus. That was when Circus was big. Hey, you take it easy, huh?
If you go off strip, it's much cheaper.
Yeah, but everything is cheaper off strip. I mean, why not just go to the border? You know, I don't even remember the names of those places on the border, but I used to go sometimes to the border. We just go there and play 21. Play blackjack.
If you're in Vegas and you want to go to a strip club, you call the strip club, and there's several of them. They'll send a limo to your hotel room, and that way, and it's free of charge. Just tip the limo driver. When you get to the strip club, you don't pay a cover charge.
Really?
Yeah. If you take a
How
cab-
do you know this?
I used to go to Vegas.
Oh, so you're
Yeah,
one of those. You're one of those guys. The guys that
I
goes to
researched.
strip clubs, eh? You go to Floyd's place, Floyd Mayweather's.
You a couple, and you pay the cover charge is like $20.
Yeah, well, that's.
Some of them they'll send the limo for free, and you don't pay the cover charge.
Do they take you home in a limo?
Yeah, I'm gonna take it back.
Really? They just want to get you there. They don't care, give a shit about what you do afterwards.
The reason they give you a free limo ride is because the limo is there, they want to get you there.
Yeah.
Unless you have a Vegas.
God forbid, I don't really listen. I don't ever want to go to a strip club in Vegas because after being here, I think I'd be disappointed. When I look at the prices, you know what I mean, and like.
I've only been to Vegas 5 times. I went to a strip club twice.
I've been to Vegas a lot, but it's been a long time since I've been there because I haven't been in that area. But I used to go all the time. I go for fights. I went for Michael Carbajal against Humberto Gonzalez, Chiquita Gonzalez. I went for Michael Carbajal called me once. You know that? Remember Michael Carbajal? Yeah, he called me once here in Thailand. He wanted to try to hook up with Muang Chai Kittikasem, the Thai guy that he beat for the title. I could never get him together because something was going on with his phone, or something. He's using his girlfriend's phone, or I don't know what the deal was. But yeah, the last place you need to see is a strip club. Yeah, well, that's what I mean. Once you've been in, it's not just Thailand; it's Asia. Once you've done Asia.
Well, I want to see like the famous cheese.
Oh. You know, I wonder, has anybody here gone to, no. Any,
First time I went to Vegas with cheese.
oh,
10 minutes.
was she drunk or something?
I was.
Oh, well, that might explain it. Huh?
19 years old.
Huh?
19 years old.
Oh, wow. It's all right.
I was filthy drunk. I had none.
You weren't just drunk, you were filthy
I
drunk.
was partying with 3 buddies at Palm,
Uh-huh.
Hotel El Casino, like the Rainy Nightclub.
This is a Billy story. Listen intently.
Oh, I'm not.
Yeah,
Chill out.
go on, go on.
Anyway, the girl was dancing, and I was getting stupid, so she left me. And I just went straight to Cheetahs. I got a limo. I had to pay for it. The taxis, they're running taxis. We went straight to Cheetahs and 10 minutes. I think we were good.
God, remember the days? Remember the days when you go out, you go into some club and you'd be dancing with chicks, and like, it wasn't that disco crap, but you'd be dancing with some girl, and the next thing you know, you're both drunk and sweaty and hanging on each other, and you know, oh, I like you. I like you too. Okay, good. And then you do a Mr. Billy, and you actually go home with those.
I was really like torn up. I think it was the
She tore you up?
First time I got back from deployment.
Oh.
I hadn't drank in a while, so I got to wear on the green nightclub.
Yeah.
I was being really stupid with that girl. I was dancing with the dad's band. I don't dance. But still, you know how drunk I was.
Yeah, yeah. No, I understand.
And went to
I never was
Chili's,
a huge dancer, but you know, I did like to slow dance with the girls.
and I was being really dirty. I was being, hey, you just got back from deployment. You're stupid. Joe.
So instead of calling you Shitty Billy, we call you Dirty Billy, Filthy Billy. He morphed from Shitty Billy to Filthy Billy. Oh
I
God.
told that story before. She stayed with her till like 6 in the morning. You know, back to my.
Were you able to perform?
Yeah, she, like,
Oh, okay. So it's one of those nights. It's an unforgettable evening.
got back to my room about 6:30 a.m. Grew up in the
Wow.
Grew up in the sink. Went in the change room.
What was there used to be, I don't know if it's still there, but there used to be a place in Hollywood called the Body Shop. It was a strip club. And I met some chick at a karate tournament that I was in. And this is a long time ago. I mean, this is, God, 30 years ago. And she was apparently stripping. She saw me. I was warming up. I was jumping rope.
My story was 15 years ago.
Well, mine was 30. So mine's dirtier. Back in the day, we weren't as clean as people nowadays. Oh, God. Anyway, she just said, I work at the Body Shop. You should come see me sometime. I said, really? What's the Body Shop? She said, well, I'm a dancer. I said, oh, okay. So I got the picture. Well, I went there.
I never really. I've only been to California and been out every few days once.
And let's just say she was my private dancer for a weekend. But it was too much for me to go back and forth to Hollywood because I lived like 2 hours away. So I made a journey all the way out there on the assumption I was going to get a little something. No, it was a motorcycle. Yeah, I did. It was a motorcycle. Yamaha 850. Had a shaft-driven Yamaha.
You were in Elton back then?
Yeah, I did.
You didn't even have to go back there.
No, but I did. That was a good time. I used to have a, what was the Suzuki GS 850.
How fast were you going? Is that Mark Owen?
Well, there were times I was going way too fast, which is another reason why I never want to get a motorcycle, because you know the need for speed.
You know, they actually have a noise ordinance for motorcycles here.
Oh, do they?
Yeah, I'm surprised that if they do.
They don't usually do anything, do they? All right, well, we got 8 minutes left. Well, what is this? 3-cylinder. I don't think it was a 3-cylinder. They still make those things. They make an 1100 also. Suzuki GS 1100. I think it's a GS. Oh, I mean, I had so many motorcycles back then. I went, you know, one would start going bad, and I would start thinking, you know what, I'm going to fix it a little bit, just get it to where I can sell it, and I'd sell it, get money, put some more money in, and then I'd get a better bike. That Yamaha 850 was really, really nice because it was so smooth because it was shaft driven.
I used to ride motorbikes. I went on and gave you a ride one time, man. He's a fucking idiot the way he drives. Crazy.
Yeah, I didn't do that when I had somebody on my,
I never got on again.
yeah. I tried not to drive too crazy because I knew what would happen. But especially with somebody on the back.
And a buddy of mine was son,
Who's got the ball right now?
10 years old, killed himself on a motorbike.
Yeah, I know several people who died.
Passed down like a country
Okay,
road.
the Cowboys got the ball. Oh. Oh, that was a... What did he throw that for? There's no chance in hell he was going to get him with that one.
Just going it up so you didn't go get it.
Yeah, I know.
There was no other play. You just committed to that goal. So.
7 minutes. All right, we got to go, guys. We got important stuff to do here. I do. And it's a Friday, which means at least I don't want to be out at 4 in the afternoon because of traffic. traffic will be torture. But I should have I should be finalizing everything on the Hanoi to Ho Chi Minh trip, and then and I have some other plans that I want to try to work on, but you know, it takes time. It takes time to research all this stuff. I'm looking into something about an Asian pass on Air Asia, who I don't like flying on, but you know, sometimes you got to cut costs. You got to fly with airlines you don't like.
It doesn't matter on a short trip like that.
No, it shouldn't really matter. What was it that chick said to me? Oh God, that was close.
Wide open.
What was it? Yeah, wide open. What was it that chick said to me? Sir, oh no, what was it she said? All passengers stop now or something like that? All boarding must stop now.
That was the next one to board.
All boarding must stop now. And I had put my bag down in the first seat.
You broke the rules.
How did I break the rules?
You listen.
Ugh. All I said to her was, "Can I put my bag down and let me put my bag down and I'll get the ticket for you." It was a little bit hard for me to reach, and I had too much stuff in my hands. That's all. All right, what's gonna happen? Time out. All right, and with that, I must bid you all adieu. I've been streaming for far too long. Dennis is probably asleep. Soy Dog Cowboy, he's drifted off. He's checking out. 10:50. Holly, Steven, Mr., Mrs., everybody, thank you for joining me. Thank you for those who contributed. Thank you. Not sure what I'll be doing on Sunday. I don't know if I'll be able to stream from the Sportsman Pub, but thank you very much.
Going for sure, or you ask your mom?
My mom.
Both?
I don't have to ask her. I already told her. I said, I think we're going to go for this fight. I already told her. So, yeah, we should be there, but I don't know.
That's what you always say to married guys. You ask your mom?
Yeah, well, see, I don't ever think like that because she's really cool. You know how she is. She doesn't, it's not like, oh, you can't do this.
She
You
knows
can.
we're not going to a crazy place at 8 in the morning.
She knows that if I was going somewhere like that, she'd be like, what are you going to do there? I'd be like, I ain't going to do anything. Just relax.
If it was 8 at night,
Even, like if I started hanging out in the bar at, 11 o'clock at night every night, she'd start getting a little bit pissy. And she did say to me the other day, all credit to her though, she never gives me a hard time, but she said, you're not going to be here on New Year's Eve? For New Year's, you're not going to be here? Because she's still off of work. She'll be off of work.
but it's not the New Year's for Thailand.
No, but she doesn't care. It's New Year's for us. She knows that. And we celebrate New Year's. So, she was like, I'm off of work and, you're going to leave. What are you going to leave? You want to be with me or not? What are you doing? I'm like, okay, I'll leave a little bit later. And it's okay because the prices of tickets to Hanoi are going up.
Celebrate New Year's until the 10 years ago.
I don't celebrate. I don't celebrate it by going out and, watching the ball drop. A lot of times we fall asleep and we wake up at like 5 minutes before 12. All right, give the kids a kiss. And then that's it, No, it's not going to happen. I don't believe that'll happen. Her and I would much rather just be at home with the kids. And if the kids can stay up until midnight, great. If they can't, we'll wake them up. And if we fall asleep and don't wake up, that's okay too. It doesn't matter.
I wouldn't mind getting some corn beef until these yesterday, 4 hours, like Black Eyed Peas. They might have that here.
They might.
I don't mind that. I like Black Eyed Peas and corn beef.
I like it too.
Now,
You know what I like?
when my parents
You know what I
got
miss?
me down on New Year's when I was like 12, I hated it.
You know what I do like? You know what I do like? I like the Cuban, you have rice with, or Haitian, Cuban or Haitian, I've had both versions, but they have like rice and beans with plantains, which is like a wild banana. Oh my God, it's so good. I do miss, now that I think about it, I miss that.
I like it right now.
Yeah, I'd like that right now too.
Even that red beans and rice is some good stuff.
Yeah.
Even Popeye chicken, red beans and rice.
I've never had Popeye chicken.
Oh man, the red beans and rice or the
Never.
jalapeno gravy and the mashed potatoes.
Have you ever had not El Pollo Loco? What was it? Was it El Pollo Loco?
We had a pollo loco. I don't know if it's the same one. It's Florida and Texas have different franchises.
I don't remember if that's the place. Anyway, we're rambling now. So we'll see you probably on Sunday. If not on Sunday, some other time. Should have a video going up on Sunday. And hey, go to my website at anamericaninbangkok.com. Check it out. Yeah, check it out. Check out my Amazon shop. Oh yeah, well, Soy Cowboy, like I said, Mr. Billy will be down there in Pattaya next month for 4 or 5 days. So if you want to hook up with him, let us know. Let him know. You guys got each other's info? Just contact me. I'll give you all the info, and you can contact him. So, yeah. Sure I am. Anyway. Oh! What is it? Where are they at? Oh, no. What's the deal?
4 minutes and a half left.
I can't see. 4.5, 13-10. Where are they? They're on their. Ooh, they're on their 25.
I wouldn't have bet a penny that they could hold the Saints to 10 points at this point in the game.
Really? So what is it now? Fourth down.
The Saints have been dropping 50s, 40s, and 30s on
It's fourth down. So what are they going to do? They're going to kick a field goal.
Yeah, they're going to have to.
And I think they might fake it.
And they'll probably then they'll lose 17-16.
That's what I mean. That's why I don't think they'll kick the field goal.
Yeah, but see, it's better to kick the field goal. That way they have to drive and get a touchdown. It's harder to get a field goal inside of them.
Oh, well, yeah, you're right. Yeah, you're right.
It's only second down.
My strategy.
Second down.
Oh, it's a fourth quarter. Sorry. Oops. Man, listen, I'm not the football aficionado anymore. When I was a kid, I could have told you everything about everybody. Now I don't even know the names of the players. I don't even know the names of most of the players. I don't even remember the guy he's with. What's his name? Giselle. Tom Brady. I only know him because he's with her. Most of the other guys I don't know.
I know more about college football than the pros.
All right, we're rambling. We've been rambling. So until next time, choke D. Ooh, ripping it off his head.
They're not caught. They're not missing some big time penalties in the Saints.
Look at this. He's like, hey, what happened?
And that was a
Dude
jerk.
was,
He jerked it.
yeah, he jerked his head by the face mask.
They missed that pass interference.
Awesome. Awesome. No, just the yank of the face mask. And he got away with it. He's playing dirty, man. Conrad Dobler style.
I think it's on purpose. Sometimes you grab it, you don't.
Conrad Dobler style. Is he still alive?
I don't know what it is.
You don't know who Conrad Dobler is? He used to play for St. Louis. I'm pretty sure it's St. Louis. He was viewed as the dirtiest player in the game. Yeah, the dirtiest football player ever. He's like one of those.
You talk about the word alive.
Exactly.
Because you remember back then, you could
Oh! Oh, he just threw that one away. He was getting ready to get sacked.
You guys holding.
All right, I better go. See you guys later. Thanks. And until next time, we're going to watch the end of this game. Thank you.